First, I think we should all introduce ourselves. Now, let's get down to business here. Got a bunch of stuff that I pre-wrote, but we're going to pass on all that because just like the new fire, we're going to have some fun with it. Here's what I got for you. This is just some gallery shots, but we're going to start off with the big fire. This here is the big fire. This is the beginning. This is how it all got started. One day, spark came down from the big fire, and that was the big fire. Isn't that right, fire? It sure is right, because my fire's got a whole bunch of stuff we're going to talk about. See that? All this stuff we're going to talk about. But it all starts off with the fire. But there's no point in having a fire unless you got people gathered around that fire. And I know that there's some big fire out there that's looking for this fire. And I'm going to give it to them. Right? Isn't that right, Pad? We're going to give that fire to them. We sure are. How you doing tonight, fire? You doing pretty good? Yeah? I know. That's exactly how I feel. That's how I feel right there. Because we're going to make all kinds of fun stuff happen, aren't we, fire? We sure are. Got some good stuff going on here. It's going to sure be amazing. We're going to make this big fire. We're not going to be shocked. We're not going to have any trouble with the fire. Because the fire here's got all kinds of tricks, don't you, big fire? That's right there. Thankful for the fire. That's the fire in everybody's heart, isn't it, fire? Sure is. We're going to blow people's minds, I'm telling you. Right here, we're going to roll the dice. We're going to make all these puzzle pieces fit together. We're going to get some rewards. Yep, 1, 2, 3, right there. Boom, this guy. And then that's going to open up our hands, and we're going to go there, and we're going to have some big fire right there. We're going to win the awards. That's right, because we got the fire going right here, don't we? Nope, there's no reason to put it out. No reason to put it out. We're all pawns in this. And that's what we're going to be. We're going to be pawns in this whole action because this is the fire and we're trying to bring it. So then, after all these people got together around this fire, all kinds of things happened. Like these two people right here. That there is the future Mr. and Mrs. Frank and Marie Cicino. That's my mom right there. And that's my dad making it happen. That's the guy right there, 1962. Look at that date. I'm not joking. 1962 in October, these two got married. Look at that. They got married, and you know what happened after that? Right after that, they got busy. They got busy with all kinds of things, not just feeding each other cake in 1962 at this exquisite little restaurant that they got themselves in. They conceived a whole bunch of children and gave birth to them in this hospital right here. It's looking pretty bad nowadays. But back then, they got these 3 kids on the planet. This is my big brother Frankie right there. That's Frankie Cicino Jr. right there. He's not with us anymore, but we love him. We love my big brother Frankie. Made the whole thing happen. I'll show you pictures of that. This is my brother Craig, who brought me out to California, gave me all kinds of work, put me in the position that I'm in right now, loving life. He brought the fire. He's bringing all kinds of fire with his own wife and his own kids. And this guy right here, guess who that is? Yep, you guessed it. That's me. That's me when I was just a little kid. We grew up in this little house right here, and when I was a very, very little kid, this guy right here, my dad, he saved my life with this station wagon. Right there, that station wagon right there. He used to call it the Green Machine. That Green Machine drove to the hospital at high speed and blew that engine on the way over there to save my life. That guy right there, hanging out with his wife. That's right, that kid right there survived because of that station wagon. Look at that kid right there. That's me. That's me looking into the deep, deep, deep big fire out there. He knows. Look at that hat he's wearing. Of course he knows. He knows what the fire is all about. They taught him all about that fire at this school right here. This is Lloyd Harbor Elementary School, where I learned that left-handed kids are not liked very much back then, 1974, 5 and 6 and so on. But after this school, we would always go shopping at this lovely, lovely place called Alexander's. And this place right here was at the Green Acres Mall. That's right. The Green Acres Mall right there. Wasn't it, Fire? Sure was. It sure was. At that place, I bought these two action figures. This one and that one. At this place right here. This place right here. They sold them on the shelf. That's right. This silly little place called Alexander's that probably nobody even remembers. Maybe Chrissy Mayer remembers. Who knows? I spoke to somebody recently who reminded me of this wonderful place. That's where I got these two action figures right there. This guy right here, just like me, became a crucial part of his own universe. Without this guy waddling around like R2-D2 does, this whole family might not have happened. Look at these guys. That's all of us right there. And inside there was some new fire happening, but I don't have a picture of her, so, we'll talk about Tara Assassino later on. But these are my brothers. That's my brother Craig right there, all grown up, and my brother Corey right there. And this is my brother Darren. He used to torment me a whole bunch. There might be some ladies out there that know that face right there. Know that face right there. He became a little tyrant to all of his lovely girlfriends. And that's right. And that's why my father's got his hand on his shoulder to keep him in line. My big brother Frankie, already taller than my father. Just look at that guy. It's here, right here. This is Fortunov's, another lovely family establishment that my parents used to take us to go shopping. It was a wave of the future. And at that place, I found this book. Changed my whole life. Taught me how to draw. Taught me about Stan Lee and the guys. And then there was this band that really, really got things going in 1979. That's right, the B-52s. 1979. Long, long time ago. But that was way back when I was going to Cold Spring Harbor High School. That's right, Cold Spring Harbor High School. Went there with my two older brothers before my parents separated. And, just like the B-52s, they stayed together, but my parents didn't. Right here at this movie theater is where I saw all kinds of films like Return of the Jedi and the animated feature film Heavy Metal. I saw it at this theater right there. Center Shore Mall. It's at that movie theater right there. Yep, that's the guy. That's the hero of the story right there. Look at him. He's drawing already. He's got all kinds of drawings. You know what that is? That's at Northport High School where they actually taught film and everything. Look how cool I was back then. Jeez. Yep. In that sunlight, my hair looked very, very red, didn't it? Sure did. A lot of fire in that hair. At this movie theater, saw all kinds of fun stuff. I worked at that movie theater from, during, 86, 7, 8, yep, 9, 91, 92. Worked at that movie theater there in Northport, the town that gave birth to the man that's speaking on the screen right now. That's it. This is my high school right here, Northport High School. Had photography and video and everything. This school was fantastic. Yep. Got a real love for film from that school. It's the Cinema Arts Center in Huntington. That's where I saw My Own Private Idaho when it first released. I also saw Orlando there as well. Jeez, God, that's a long, long time ago. That's a long, long time ago that happened. But that's when my friends started calling me the Bluffin' Ransom. Yep, the daughterless Ransom. That's the fantastic David Jackson right there, who's kind of like my best friend for a long, long time. But we don't talk too much anymore. Anyway, never gave up on eggs for breakfast, and for second breakfast, and for good lunch right there, and then for dinner, and just in case, before I got to bed, I had my supper as well. But moving on from high things, I eventually wound up out here in California. This is where I lived, at the St. Charles apartment building right here on Western Avenue and 3rd Street. Yes, indeed, doxing the hell out of myself. That's right. It was in that apartment that you and I became friends, didn't we? Didn't we, Fire? We sure did. Look at that big moon on you. God, that's like a mirror of a mirror of a mirror, isn't it, Fire? It sure is. Yes, it is. But we're going to talk about you in a second, phone. Don't you get excited. Believe me. Yeah, we got that pad right here at the Apple Store over at the Grove. That's quite a futuristic establishment right there. But, we'll get on with that. Yep, the Grove is a fantastic place. Really, really fantastic. And that's when we met you. That's right, Fire. We're going to talk about you right now, aren't we, Fire? We sure the hell are. Because without this little guy right here, we wouldn't even be able to see things, right? We got the Fire right here showing us things. See that? And you right here, you're showing us. You're seeing it for us, right? You're recording it all down for us. That's right, because you are the Fire right there. Look at that, Fire. Look at that. Look how good you look. Sitting there on your stool with your lovely little translucent case. Yes, indeed. Bought you right there. There it is, the Atwater Best Buy. Walked right across the street, and AT&T gave you a home in my life. It sure did. And that's when we got this YouTube channel going, and that's where we're going to put this Fire up, aren't we? We're going to get this new Fire. We're going to bring the new Fire to the people out there, because I know there's a lot of people out there, because they're bringing their own Fire on this YouTube. That's right here on that guy right there, YouTube, right there. Those guys right there. You can almost see, if we turn the image sideways, it almost looks like it's a Fire, isn't it? Yep, it sure is. Yes, indeed. Yep. We all agree that YouTube has got some Fire on there. And just for some additional Fire, I went over to the Twitters. It's my Twitter account right there, all out in the wide open. And that's me, same icon right there. If you saw an image of my face, it almost looks like this guy right here. I'll show you. This guy right here. Yep, you could see it. You could see the resemblance, that's for sure. Look at that resemblance. You could see that resemblance, can't you? Almost the same guy. It's uncanny. Vash the Stampede is quite a wonderful character, but we're going to move on from that. After we got ourselves on Twitter, a strange thing happened. I put this little setup together, and I did some videos, just hanging you. Yep, that's right. This little thing right here. That's right, that little thing right there, that's where you are right now. That's where the Fire's hanging out, right there. That's what the Fire's doing right there on the table. That's a nice little wine crate that I got going on, and you hang right over here, and you hang right down there, and you look at the Fire, and you bring the Fire. We found that arm right here on the street. That's right. Right there on the street. But now, something really, really crazy happened. One night, I'm hanging out in that apartment right there. Yep, that's right. That's my kitchen window right there in that apartment. And I had this idea. Right about this time right here. You know what that idea was? That idea was to bring the Fire. And I was going to bring it. I was going to bring this Fire the other night. I really was. But something down here said that I should probably wait. Yep. Fear reactions are driving events. Delays are possible. Not only possible, but they actually happen. So we didn't bring the Fire the other day. We waited. We waited on that Fire. But don't worry about it. We got all kinds of ideas, don't we, Fire? We sure do. We're going to make all kinds of wonderful things happen. We sure are. We're going to bring the love. We're going to bring the hate. And what? All right. Okay, we'll be quiet about it. You know, I ain't got no problem with that. You know. Yeah, we got a lot of listeners out there, and a lot of people are going to sniff us out, you know. We're going to have to get some work done. Yeah, they might freeze us out. Who knows? You know, we got to bring the Fire. That's right. We've got a lot of heart. It's going to be like a meteorite. It'll be just like a meteorite with a Fire, and hopefully they won't put us out. We won't be a pawn, and we'll be very, very grateful about the whole damn thing. Aren't we, Fire? That's right. We've got a lot of love. Look at all that love. All different kinds of love right there, I'll tell you. It's all different kinds of love out